The second richest race on today's card is the Fayette Cup. The purse is over $72,000, and it is for 2-year-old pacers, 1 mile to be contested in 2 heats. So here's the field for the first heat of the Fayette Cup. Number 1, Timogen, an outstanding racehorse who has an outside chance to be Horse of the Year. Owned by Kenneth Michael Mazick, Clarence Martin Sr., the driver.
Here's another case where breeding will play a very important part. Timogen is out of the former world champion race mare Silk Stockings, and this horse himself a world champion, racing in 156-1 over the half-mile track at Louisville.
Number 2 is John T. Gomes' Jamie Hanover with George Schulte in the bike.
And George Schulte driving this colt should make a world of difference. A very important driver change here. George Schulte will be driving Jamie Hanover.
Number 3, the 9-star stables Hilarion, John Campbell in the sulky.
Hilarion has been a lightly raced colt, and John Campbell will be driving Hilarion. John Campbell setting a world record with the 2-year-old over a mile track merger earlier in the Red Mile meeting. Him up behind Hilarion.
Number 4, Acarius Lobel, owned by the American Standardbred Farm Incorporated, the driver Hervé Filion.
Icarus Lobel, my choice for Horse of the Year. This colt has raced against the best of the 2-year-olds. He sent many of the top 2-year-olds, Mackenzie, Almerhurst, No Nukes. He sent them to the pasture while he's still taking on the best in the class.
Jim Dennis will drive number 5, Mr. Dalray, owned by the A La Carte Racing Stable.
Mr. Dalray, very tough in September up at Mohawk. A very cold night. Mr. Dalray scored a 59-4 win, turning back Timogen. However, last week here at the Red Mile, he ran into the world champion merger.
In post position 6 is Elitist, owned by Arthur Lee Enterprises, Jack Parker Jr., the driver.
Elitist has shown extreme speed at times. However, he has a little problem minding his manners. Elitist likes to make breaks, and if he stays on gate, he will be tough.
And completing the field is number 7, Solid Fuel, owned by Lloyd and Nancy Arnold, IA and Christo Bardis, the driver Richard Farrington.
Solid Fuel's been postward 21 times, has 10 wins this year, and has a mark of 156-2 at DuQuoin.
The 7 2-year-old pacer is behind the starting gate for the first heat of the Fayette Cup. The purse over $72,000, a 1-mile pace, and favoritism right now belongs to Timogen at 4-5, with Icarus Lobel the second choice at 8-5.
If there's anything in Clarence Martin's mind right now, it would have to be that if Timogen's to be 2-year-old pacer of the year, he'll have to set a world record here right now, 53-4 the time.
First heat of the Fayette Cup, the purse $72,000. Carl Becker with the call.
Here they come. They're off and pacing. Hilarion grabs the lead on the inside. Timogen out second. Racing third, Jamie Hanover. 4, Icarus Lobel. 5, Mr. Dalray. Elitist away 6, and Solid Fuel trailing. As that field of 2-year-olds thunders into the first turn. Racing with the lead now, Timogen. On the inside, Timogen rolls to the front, dropping in with cover as they swing around the turn, Hilarion. And on the outside, Park moving up, Icarus Lobel. There goes Icarus Lobel, battling again with Timogen as they did in the Fox Stake, racing toward the quarter-mile mark. On the inside, Timogen. On the outside, Icarus Lobel takes command. Third along the rail is Hilarion as they flash past the quarter, 29-2, and now they're on the backstretch. Racing along the rail, 4th, Jamie Hanover. 5, Mr. Dalray. 6, Elitist, and 7 is Solid Fuel as they drive down the backside. 2-year-olds being led by Icarus Lobel. Hervé Filion and Icarus race toward the half. Second is Timogen. 3rd, Hilarion. 4th, Jamie Hanover, and on the move comes Elitist. Was 6th, now 5th, now 4th, and moving up right behind Elitist is Solid Fuel with cover, closing ground on the outside. They're at the half in 59 seconds. They're racing toward the 3/4-mile mark. Icarus Lobel leads away. On the outside, Timogen flushes out. He's second by half a length, and Timogen on the outside moving up. On the inside, Icarus Lobel holding on. Icarus Lobel by a neck. Timogen second. Elitist with cover third. 4th along the rail locked in is Hilarion. 5th on the outside, Solid Fuel. Along the rail racing 6 as they race toward the 3/4. Jamie Hanover. Mr. Dalray at the back of the field. 2-year-old pacers at the 3/4. Everybody's in contention. 128-2. They turn for home. On the inside, Icarus Lobel. Now they're 3 wide. Elitist push 3 deep. Between pacers, Timogen. Timogen on the outside. On the inside, fighting back Icarus Lobel, but it's Elitist with the most pace. Here comes Elitist. Solid Fuel closing ground. Elitist gets to the front. Solid Fuel coming on far outside. Mr. Dalray flying. Elitist and Timogen. Elitist and Timogen. Elitist. 156-3. Elitist Temujin was second.
Well, down the stretch they came with the Elitist moving up on the outside to challenge Temujin. Here you see it again.
As I said earlier, if he minds his manners, this colt is a very speedy individual. That's Warm Breeze and Temujin coming on. However, it was all Elitist in the first heat of the Fayette Cup.
Final time for the mile, 1 minute 56 3/5.